In this video, I'm going to be interviewing the #1 Clickbank affiliate, and it is full of value. So definitely watch all the way to the end. He's actually a really, really nice guy, very genuine. He's legit, does everything by the book, and you're going to have a blast watching this because he's full of information that you're going to want to hear. I also asked some of the questions that you guys left in the group, and he goes right into detail with them. He was, very open and happy to answer the questions that I asked him, and we just talked shop a little bit, and it was really, really fun. So have a listen, and hopefully you pick some value out of this and enjoy it. Have fun. Hey there, everyone. What is up? It is Wazza here, and today I'm with a very, very special guest, and it is Robby Blanchard. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your last name correctly. Blanchard, sorry. I'm very enough, bro. I'm too excited. That's what it is. I'm too excited. It's midnight here in Australia as well. So, I'm here with Robby. In the group, I mentioned earlier that if I could, get an interview or have a chat with the #1 Clickbank affiliate, what would you ask him? And you guys, left some amazing comments and questions and stuff like that. And I pulled some strings, got in contact with Robby and his team. Excellent, like they're great people, very friendly. And this guy is, absolutely crushing it. And he's a very genuine, friendly guy as well. Like, I've been talking to him just now, and he's super friendly, knows what he's doing. So I cannot wait to sort of pick his brain a little bit and get into it. But first, I just want to ask Robby if you can, tell a little bit about yourself and introduce yourself to the group. And
yeah, awesome, man. Yeah, well, hey, first of all, thanks so much for having me on here. It's very, very cool. I know you got quite a big tribe, and obviously you've done very well for yourself as well, which is awesome for you, man. And I appreciate you getting up so late to talk to me. I know it's late there in Australia, so here in Boston it's like 10 a.m., so it's a little early. But so a little bit about me. I mean, I've been in the online space for coming up on maybe 5 years now. Before that, I was just a CrossFit gym owner. So, I went to school for exercise and sports science. I got my MBA and all that stuff. I was a personal trainer, and that turned into owning a boot camp and then CrossFit, which had nothing, as you can see, to do with Clickbank or advertising. And it's very random, but I always wanted to go online. And so, about 4.5 years ago, I started to, kind of dabble in it. Tried to figure some things out. I tried email marketing. I tried some other things, and just wasn't working, right? And at least not for me. So I ended up, I had a couple products that for CrossFitters that I put on Clickbank, and I started running Facebook ads to them, and I ended up getting a few sales, and then it started. That's kind of where I got down this journey of, I started with that, and then started promoting other people's products using Facebook ads, and then it turned into having my own agency, and then it turned into just really scaling up my affiliate stuff on Facebook, and then winning, the Clickbank contest and becoming #1 in the world.
That's some crazy stuff, man. That is awesome. And you're still a gym owner as well, and you do all this, and you run a gym and an advertising agency as well. Is it? Yeah.
Yep.
How do you do it all? That's crazy.
I don't know. Yeah, sometimes I wonder. Sometimes I think about it, but at the end of the day, like all those things I love to do. So it's not work for me. I mean, like, I guess, looking from the outside in, like you would think that I'm working a lot, and I am. I'm always doing stuff, but it's fun for me. I don't think it's necessarily work. I think, with the gym, and plus I think the other thing too is really at the end of the day, like I love to help people. So, with the gym, like every day I'm people are coming in, it's their best hour of their day. Like I'm helping them out. Like that's huge, So
Love it, man.
Of the agency as well. Yeah.
No, that's awesome. Like I'm a big believer on, helping other people. And there's like a saying, be in the business of helping others, and fortune and all that sort of stuff will come later.
Yeah.
I've sort of tried following that as much as I can, and I try and give as much value. And I can see that with you, like with your tribe and things like that, and your YouTube. It's good. It's good to see. Love it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm such a big believer, Warren, that like, really at the end of the day, if in order to get what you want, you have to help other people get what they want, right? Like that's, if you can help other people get what they want, like you're never going to be, you're never going to be hurting. You're going to be fine. You know,
that's what affiliate marketing is all about too, because like you're basically the middleman, like you're the middle person, I should say. It's like, you know, if you can find someone's pain, or you know they're searching for a solution, if you can point them in the right direction, you know, pretty much.
Oh yeah.
Show them,
I agree.
It's all done. So yeah. And I seen that, you know, you had an interview and everything with the Clickbank team after you know hit that #1 spot. What was that like? That would have been, you know,
it was super cool. I mean, so obviously, you know, if people don't know, Clickbank is based in Boise, Idaho, which is kind of, you know, when you think about Boise, you think about potatoes and nothing much there, but actually it was super cool. I mean, Boise was awesome. It was beautiful. I mean, set right in the, you know, it's like in a little valley. There's mountains all around you. It was awesome. I mean, they treated me like royalty when I went out there. You know, I don't know if you've seen some videos, because they had all kinds of video footage. Like, you know, when I got there, there's just the whole HQ was just lined up, like cheering me on. And yeah, it was, I felt very awkward and very uncomfortable because I'm not, I would feel like being limelight too much, but it was awesome. I mean, it was really, really cool. You know, got to meet with the CEO, you know, got to talk about some stuff, and yeah, it was good. It was definitely a good experience, and it was definitely cool. Yeah.
Excellent. I did see them, they giving you the big standing ovation, and you know, really hyped it up, and it was would have been something else.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, it was good.
So with the affiliate marketing stuff like that, and to hit that that milestone and everything you sort of do, you rely a lot on paid ads and like Facebook ads and stuff like that.
100%.
Dabble a little bit into that, and maybe after we have a talk about that, we can, you know, dive into some of the group questions and see how we go.
Yeah. So like I said, I mean, for me, you know, I think my superpower is Facebook ads. I think that really, at the end of the day, is what I've been successful at. You know, I've tried email marketing. You know, I've had some success with it, but nothing to the level of paid advertising, right? Where it's like, you know, the reason why I like Facebook, first of all, is everybody's on Facebook. You know, I think it is the big blue, right? So it's, you know, there's literally billions of people on there. There's billions of people that speak English. You know, their back-end targeting systems is just like, I mean, there's nothing that beats it. And they know the most about you, right? Because, you know, you spend the most amount of time on their platform. So, so for me, you know, I kind of realized early on that, like, you know, Clickbank, you know, I'm not a big product, you know, creator. I mean, obviously I have a product, but like there are guys that just, like, I mean, they kill it when it comes to products. Like, they know how to get people to buy their stuff left and right. You know, that's why they're the top offers on Clickbank. And that was never my specialty, right? So, but I did realize, like, hey, if I can put, you know, the offer, a Clickbank offer, whether it's a weight loss offer or whatever, and the VSL converts like crazy and does really well, all I have to do is I just have to get eyeballs onto that VSL. That's all I have to do. And if I can do that, then I'm going to win, and I'm going to win big, right? So that's basically, you know, the way that I see it. And I've kind of done it that way, where it's literally, I take, you know, people, a weight loss offer, and I put it in front of people that are interested in weight loss. And it's just, that's all I do. You know, that's really, it's that simple when you boil it down. You know, I think that, you know, one of the big mistakes people do when it comes to paid advertising is, I think it's paralysis by analysis. I think that a lot of people get caught up in the, you know, like the nuances of advertising, but really at the end of the day, like, if you can boil it down to, like, hey, these are actual people that I'm advertising to. Like, they have pain points, they have emotions, they have, you know, if you do that, like, you're gonna win. You're definitely gonna win, because and that's what allows me to scale up and to really have the success that I've had, is just because you've got to understand that, you know, that's an actual person you're advertising to.
Yeah, true. I think a lot of people get stuck in all the nitty gritty, and, you know, I think they've got to have all these bells and whistles and stuff like that. You know, dive in. I think it's important to probably know your demographic and everything,
sure,
as well. But I think people just really overcomplicate things. I mean, I do it myself. I'm not, like, I'll be straight up. I don't really do much paid advertising myself. I'm more SEO and you know, free traffic and things like that.
Yeah.
But it's definitely something that I'm going to be doing to scale my income. Like, I see your earnings, and I'm like, dang. I mean,
that's
pretty great.
Yeah, I mean, paid advertising is just adding fuel to the fire. I mean, that's
Yeah.
really what it's about. And it's like, I mean, and it's crazy what you can do in a short amount of time. You know, I mean, like I'll give you an example. So back in, and obviously we'll talk about like compliance and stuff like that as a whole other topic. But you know, one of the things that happened with me in November was, you know, my entire profile was shut down. My profile, my business manager, my ad account, like everything. I couldn't run anything in November, right? And so that was in November of this past year. And then by the end of January, I was number one on ClickBank. You know, so things happen fast.
That is, and you did like 1.8 million or something like that. And
Yeah, yeah. So I'm over
the 8
over
months or something.
Yeah, so I did in January. I did 981,000 revenue, and then you know, year to date right now I'm over 2 million right now at ClickBank. You know, just affiliate stuff.
Yeah, and obviously, like for people that are hearing those numbers, Robby's, you know, he's feeding money into paid ads, and, you know, getting a return, you know, making a profit after.
Oh yeah.
Him, like, so your, you know, profit margin would probably be, you know, what, about 30, 40, sometimes 50?
Yeah, around 30 to 40%. Yeah, so that's, you know, and that's something I'm pretty transparent with. I think there's, you know, there's obviously haters out there when they see big numbers. They're like, oh, that's just revenue. What's your profit? And then at the end of the day, it's anywhere from 30 to 40%, depending on the offer, depending on how much I'm spending per day. You know, it varies. You know, definitely varies. Like the more you scale up, like the less your profit margin is. But yeah, I think, like, you know, in that January, you know, I think I ended up clearing like over 300,000. Just, I mean, which is, hey, at the end of the day, I'll take that.
That is, yeah. For affiliate marketing, that's good dollars. It's good dollars.
Yeah. For sure.
That's definitely cool. I was gonna, so you got your account shut down, and like I do see this a lot. Like people are always, you know, either they complain that their account got shut down, or, you know, they're freaked out. You know, they think it's the end of the world. Obviously, it's not the end of the world, because, you know, if you can do it, anyone can sort of do it. There's obviously other ways around, maybe create new accounts and things like that. How did you sort of tackle that? Is that something?
Yeah, it's a great question. So I think that, well, first of all, I think this is always like the big debate that a lot of people ask me when it comes to doing what I do, and they'll say, Robby, like, I don't want to get my account shut down, or I want to run compliant. And I've been doing this for a while, Warren. So I have my agency. With my agency, we run, you know, quote unquote compliant offers for franchises and for lead generation and stuff. But at the end of the day, I always tell people, like, no matter what offer you're running, no matter what you're doing, you always run the risk of getting your account shut down with Facebook. Like, it's just part of the game, right? It doesn't matter what the offer is. Like just recently, I had an agency client who was a dentist, and their account got shut down because we were running like a free teeth whitening thing, you know, which is pretty easy going, right? So and I'm a big believer too that you know, ad accounts, like, they have no value unless you're doing something with them, right? So it's like, you know, a lot of the big arguments people have is like, oh, I don't want to get my account shut down. Well, what are you doing with it right now? Probably nothing, right? You're not making any money. Like, you're in the same job that you have. Like, you're not getting to where you want to be. Like, you can't go down to the bank and say, hey, I'd like to deposit my ad account. It's like, no, it doesn't happen. Like, you can only deposit money, right? So for me, like, you know, at the end of the day, like, if I lose accounts, I mean, I've lost thousands of accounts. I mean, but at the end of the day, like, I'm okay with that, because I'm in a much better place than I am now. And obviously, I don't do any like black hat stuff. Like, I don't do any cloaking or anything like that a lot of people do. I've never done that. You know, but, you know, you always run the risk of getting shut down. It's just what happens, you know. So for me, when it comes to ad accounts, like, you know, you can get, there's lots of ways to get ad accounts. There's lots of ways to work around it. You know, one of the things I've always learned is that, you know, when Facebook says no doesn't always mean no. You know, like, if something gets shut down, you can always appeal it and get it back. I mean, you know, Facebook doesn't even know what their policies are. You know,
they've got some crazy policies.
It's crazy. So yeah, and at the end of the day, like, it's, you know, I understand when you get your first ad account shut down, you almost feel like you're a bad person, and you almost question, like, you know, what did I do wrong? But you didn't do anything wrong. Like, it's okay, you know.
And I guess it's the same as like SEO as well, because you could be doing something you think is like totally all good, or same with an affiliate program and things like that. You might be doing things that you think that's all good, and all of a sudden Google does an update, or maybe you read something wrong with Amazon or something like that, and they've shut your account. At the end of the day, it's not the end of the world. There's always things you can do, and other
Oh my God.
yeah. And the online world is just crazy. And then, of course, there's all other, paid advertising methods and platforms and stuff like that too. So, like, I think people just, something like that happens to them, and then they spread rumors across the internet and say, no, paid advertising's dead, or SEO is dead, or email marketing's dead, things like that. And yeah, it normally starts like that. It's a chain reaction.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So if it's cool with you, I might just go over a few of these questions that people asked in the group, and we'll see from how we go from there. So I won't hold you up too much longer. I know you're a busy guy. You've got plenty of things to do. So I'll just jump into that. We've got one person here. I'm not going to say their names because there's a lot of names that I just cannot pronounce. I do my best. But we've got one question here that says, if you have to start all over again with a shoestring budget, what would you do? So, you got very little money. What would you do?
Yeah, very little money. What would I do? Well, I think, when I first started, I didn't have much money at all. I think that, really, I think you can still do paid advertising. I really do. For me, I think that, one of the things I always say is if you got $500 to start with, you can run paid advertising, right? You got to be smart about it, but it's important that you can run it like $5 a day, $10 a day on Facebook, and you can get some sales. You really can. But the key is you can't just advertise and that's it, right? You have to do your research, right? So for me, I would recommend, and this is what I do with every offer that I run. If it's a weight loss offer, I will take that offer and I'll take a pen and paper and I'll build out my avatar, right? So I'll be like, okay, this is the person I'm trying to reach. This is their age. This is where they live. They're married. They're single. These are the TV shows they watch. This is what they do. And so I really, really dial that in. I take the time to do that. I think a lot of people don't take the time to do that, which is crazy. And so I would start there, and then I would start to reverse engineer my campaign. So I would go, start with the offer, start with the avatar, then build your landing page, that will send people to the offer, and then build out your targeting and your ads from there. So I think that's really the key. And if you do that, then the money that you spend on advertising go a lot farther. So that'd be the first thing I would say. But yeah, if you have like $500, which I think most people can come up with, you can be successful. Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, great advice. That is it. Because I know a lot of people in my group, especially, they're just starting out. They're on a shoestring budget, so that's going to help them definitely with stuff like that, especially if they're going to get into that.
And the thing too, Warren, not to interrupt, but the other thing too that people always say is because obviously I have some training and stuff too, but I always tell people when they say, oh, it's so expensive. It's like when I started my CrossFit gym, I had to put up I think I put in $250,000 just to start. You know what I mean? Like $250,000 just to start a business, right? Whereas online, $500. For $500, maybe $1,000 all in, you can start a business that can pay you way more than that CrossFit gym pays me, right? That's the thing that I think you got to put in perspective, that you got to spend money to make money, and but it's not as crazy as a regular brick and mortar business. Online gives you so many opportunities.
No, that's exactly right. I see that all the time too, and I sort of tell people that you try and start a business, offline, it's going to cost you a lot of money, and if you can't afford to sort of get a domain name and hosting and things like that, try and get a job or sell some stuff to do it. But that's definitely good advice. I'll move on to the next question. We've got, how long did it take to get this technique down on lock? So, obviously, probably would have took you a little while to figure it out. How long
it
did
took me a while. Part of it was because it was a lot of it was self-taught. So, it took me longer than it probably should have if I had someone that was kind of guiding me to where to go. I from where I am now, it literally took me, 4.5 years to get to where I am today. But that's only because of, just not having a roadmap to success, and just, making a lot of dumb mistakes. And You know, a lot of times, like during those 4.5 years, it was like I didn't do anything for 6 months, or you know what I mean. Like it's just, yeah, I mean, it's just not having that consistency. Whereas now, you know, now that I have things figured out and I've kind of, you know, matured and got a little bit older, I learned that like it's just consistency, right? It's just time under tension, and that's what it takes to be successful. So I really, if you have like, if you have someone guiding you on how to do it, I mean, it can take you, you know, a few weeks to a few months, honestly, because I'm helping people do that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's definitely true. Like when I first started out, I was really stubborn. I just wanted to sort of learn everything myself, and like I'd hear the word mentor or courses and things like that, and I was so stubborn that I thought to myself, "No, I'm going to try and do it all myself." But where if I had have you know reached out to people or taken a course or something like that, it probably would have shortcutted my time, and like I would have learned a lot more. But I always tell the guys and like people in the group, whatever you learn, take action. Like if you're going to do something, immerse yourself in it, and then just really, go hard at it. So like if you're gonna, if you're gonna do paid advertising, find someone like you've got a program at the moment where you teach people and stuff like that. If people out there are wanting to do this, you'd learn from the best. Like obviously you're the number one Clickbank affiliate, so that's what I would be doing, and that's why I'm contacting you. So you'd be, reaching out to the best, or someone that you can model after, and sort of, like get that inside information, so you shortcut that time. You don't have to go through all that pain and stress. Don't be stubborn. One big thing that I've learned, definitely, like don't be scared to reach out to people, because more often than not they'll help you. And, yeah. Alrighty, so we'll move on to the next one. We've got, I'll do a few of them. I know you're busy. There is a few to go through. Just pull me up if you do get shorter time. I'll try not to double up, because there are a few questions that are the same. Someone did ask a question for you. How did you find out who's the number one affiliate on Clickbank? I just said to them, through Clickbank, because I seen the I seen the videos and everything.
Oh, yeah. That's something that's like, it's understandable. I get that all the time. People are like, "Oh, Robby, like, how are you the number one affiliate?" Like, and the reason why is because I won their official contest. Like I beat everybody else, and I won the contest. You can see it. You go to clickbank.com/leaderboard. You can see my name right at the top there. And that's one of the reasons why, like I was telling you before we hopped on the call, is that's why I pushed so hard to win it, because for a couple of reasons. The main reason is I wanted to make sure that it was, people would know that I'm legit, because when you're in the online world, there's so many people that make claims, and there's all these gurus and these people that have courses, and the reason why they have courses is because they can't do what they were doing anymore, and they're just trying to sell, cash out. That's not me. I continue to run ads. Like, yes, I have a course and everything, but I continue to run ads. I still walk the walk. And the other reason too is I wanted to make sure when I was coming out with my course, like, I didn't want to market it as the number 3 affiliate, right? I wanted to be, number 1, right? So that's the reason why I pushed. Yeah. So I made it a commitment. I said, all right, I'm going to go all in and win this thing, and I did. So. So I think that's that's one of the reasons why I did it, because I want people to realize that I'm just, a normal person. Like I'm just, just a, gym owner, and also that, it's possible for anybody to have that success if you push hard. And I also want people to know that I was legit. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's really cool, man. And you're definitely, very approachable, very friendly. Seem like your average person. You're not some, stuck up person that sort of money's gone to the head and all that sort of stuff. Stuff. So that's good. Yeah. You see, like you're saying before, you see these fake gurus that, they're everywhere. They just go out and, they might hire a Lambo or something like that, or stand next to someone else's and make a short video. It sort of drives me mad a bit, but yeah, it's good. It's good to see, someone that actually is doing it, and you're so down to earth and friendly and approachable.
Yeah,
as well.
And it's kind of funny too, Warren, because most of those gurus and stuff you see with their ads and everything, like I could show you the private messages I've gotten from them asking for advice. So
yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. So that same person did ask, what top 5 mistakes every newbie has made? Maybe you could just give 1 or 2, maybe that you still maybe because like you have got a course and you've got students in that course which are doing really good actually. I did have a look at some of the case studies. It's just crazy.
That's great.
So what are the mistakes that you're seeing people make when they get in stuff?
Good question. I think the biggest mistakes that people make in general is, first of all, that they they don't have like a goal in mind. They don't have like a long-term plan. So a lot of these people, they get, when they first start this, they get all excited, right? This is awesome. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go gung ho. 3 weeks later, they stop, right? Like you have to have that set goal in mind, and you have to have like somewhere you want to go, because if you don't, like your motivation is not going to last, right? Like, I'm not always motivated, right? Like, but motivation, I believe, has nothing to do with success, right? I think that it's just building a habit of doing it, right? And over time, that's where that success comes. Like, perfect example, like I don't wake up in the morning, Warren, and I'm like, yes, I can't wait to brush my teeth. I'm so excited. Like, it's going to work. Like, no, I don't do that. But guess what I do? I still brush my teeth every day, right? And I do it because I've created a habit. So it's the same thing when it comes to success and online, whether that's running ads or affiliate stuff. Like, it's just time. It's just time over tension. That's really what it comes down to. And then I think another mistake that people make all the time is they try to just go about it on their own. And I think that a lot of times they don't get coaching or mentoring or help. I think that, nowadays, like, I'm a big believer in buying speed. I think that, if I can, and I still, to this day, I still have mentors. I'm part of, masterminds and groups, and I spend a lot of money doing that. And the reason why I do it is because I know that, hey, if I can learn from someone that's already where I want to be, and I can not make the mistakes that they made, and I can, fast track myself to success, then that's going to be way more, in the long run, a lot cheaper than learning it myself, because it's like you can make a ton of mistakes on yourself, by yourself. And I think, and really the expression "time is money" is so true, because I think that, you only have a certain amount of time on this earth, and you should make the most of it. And if you can, have the opportunity to learn from somebody that can get you there faster, then do that. So I think those are two of the big mistakes people make. And then I think the third thing is also, I think, a lot of people have a mindset issue, right? Where it's like, a lot of them, have that self-doubt, or a lot of them already have that plan B in place. And so it's very funny. It's like when someone buys a course, or like say someone buys my course, and a lot of times they ask, well, Robby, what's your refund policy, right? Well, and I say to them, well, why are you worrying about the refund policy? Like, why are you already thinking about plan B, right? Like, you need to go all in, you need to burn the boats, and you need to just make it happen, right? Like, if you're thinking about that, like your mindset is already towards failure, and you're not going to be successful, right? So, so those are, I think, are some of the big things that I see is definitely mindset for sure. And I think mindset, not going on the right path, not getting coaching and help, and then also not having like a concrete goal for yourself.
Definitely, yeah. That's great advice there. Like it's crazy. Like I hear people take courses and things like that, and they might, some of them don't even touch that course, or some of them don't even apply anything that's happened in that course, and then automatically, no, it didn't work for me. Like it's rubbish. Don't do this, that, or they'll go out and rubbish that course just for, because they're too lazy to take action on it. And I think that's exactly right on the money. It's a mindset thing. Where, like if you're looking for that plan B, like you said, you're already lost.
100%. And like, it's the same with me with a lot of the stuff that I do. Like when I first went online, like I said to myself, you know what, I'm going all in. I'm going to give it 12 full months. Like, and I paid to be in this mastermind. And at the time, it was a ton of money for me. It was a stretch for me. I had to put together a couple of credit cards to make it happen, but I did it. And it's just like, you just have to go for it, right? Otherwise, like, and at the end of 12 months, I said that, like, if after 12 months, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But you got to go all in. Like, it's just like, you have to jump into it. Otherwise, if you tiptoe in, you're not going to be successful. Yeah.
Exactly, man. Love it. I'll get on to the next one. Do pull me up if you're getting short for time, man, because I do appreciate your time, and I don't want to, go over any meetings.
I got another 15 minutes or so. We're good to go. Yeah.
Sweet. All right, so we've got another one here. It says, how do you arrange content? So maybe that's, how do you arrange your ads, and how do you arrange your creatives and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, so I think really the way that I run my ads is very simple. I share this pretty openly, and it's just basically 3 steps, right? So the first step is, you have to have your ad, and your ad has to be, basically it's all about piquing curiosity. That's really what it comes down to. And it comes down to creating what I call open loops. So in psychology, it's called an open loop is basically like, people are, in our DNA where we have to close loops, right? We have to figure out what's going on. So our job when it comes to advertising is to open loops. And so, if I said, if I just said to you, Warren, like, hey, did you hear what happened today? You'd be like, what happened? Like, tell me, right? So you want to know, right? So that's the same thing. Like, you have to know. And so what we do on the advertising is on Facebook, which we create open loops, and then we don't sell from the ad. The job of an ad is you should never sell from an ad, especially on Facebook because it's a social platform. You just want to pique curiosity, and by piquing curiosity and creating those open loops, you're gonna get people to click over to your landing page. And so when you run Clickbank offers on Facebook, you have to have something in between because direct linking just doesn't work anymore. Facebook doesn't like it. So you use a landing page. A landing page could be an advertorial, it could be an article, it could be a quiz, it could be a survey, something along those lines. But the main purpose of the landing page is twofold. First of all, it is to continue that curiosity into the offer. And then second of all, it's to kind of change that mindset. So, when people go to Facebook, they're not looking to buy something. So, we want to make sure that we pull them off of Facebook and now change. And then within 10 to 15 seconds, they've already forgotten that they came from Facebook. And that's important because we want them to now be in the right mindset to go to the VSL and buy, right? So, and then the third step is obviously having the right offer that converts. And remember, it's a video sales letter. Typically, it's going to do the best. And that's what does the selling, right? Like I said, like my job is not to sell people on the ad or the landing page. The VSL does it. That's why it's called a video sales letter, right? Like that does the selling, and that's all I do. Yeah.
That is awesome. Did you hear that, guys? Do not sell on your Facebook ads. Let the actual offer do all the selling, and just keep that curiosity flowing throughout your landing pages and stuff like that. I love that. That's awesome. It's really good advice.
Absolutely.
So true. And like we said earlier, you're just being that middle person, guiding them through, showing them the solution sort of thing. But it's a little bit different with Facebook. Like you said, you've got to spark that curiosity, get them through, get them into the thing and change their mindset along the way.
Yep.
Alrighty, so I've got one here from Nicholas. For the products he promotes, does he just pick them out of the Clickbank marketplace, or does he work side by side with product creators? He must get bombarded with people wanting him to promote their products. What are right and wrong ways of product creators to reach out for JV? So,
Yeah, good question. Yeah, so to answer those questions, first of all, yes, I just go based on the marketplace. So I'll just search based on overall, and usually if it's in the top 10 to 20 offers, I know it's going to do well. The top first page are always, they're going to work, right? They're just proven, they convert. That's why they're on the first page. I tend to pay a little bit more attention now to people on page 2 and page 3. The reason why is because less people are promoting that offer. Sometimes you can find kind of a hidden gem in there that can do really well. And then, by the time they get to page 1, it's just a lot of people are promoting them. But that's the first thing. And then once I have a good offer, I mean, nowadays I can pretty much reach out to anyone and say, hey, I'd like to, get this commission bump. I'd like to get this, and they'll do it. But before it was not the case. They didn't know who I was, right? So a lot of times, and I think things have changed quite a bit now, where it's like, 3-4 years ago, paid traffic was not the focus. Everybody was still on email. I think nowadays it's really changed quite a bit. So that's one of the main things there. And then I think, as far as like, someone reaching out to me to promote their offer, I mean, really, like the only things I'm looking for is an affiliate. I think every affiliate is just like who can pay me the most, and who's gonna give me the best deal, like for an offer that I know is already proven, right? If you have a new offer that has not had any traffic to it, like honestly, I'm not going to run anything to it. I'm not going to waste my time testing it out until it's proven, right? If you have a proven track record, great. And then at the end of the day, like if you can offer me the best deal and pay me the most money, then I'm going to run it, and that's just, it's kind of cutthroat. Yeah, but it's just the way it is, right? Like it's, like I'll give you an example. Like back in January, I had one offer that I was running quite a bit. And then I had this other guy come to me and say, hey, listen, I'll pay you this, plus some back end revenue and this. And guess what I did? Whoops, switched my links. the other guy's like, why did you switch your lane? Well, can you pay me this? No. All right. Well, hey man, it is what it is. No hard feelings, but that's what it comes down to, right? So I think that's the best way to approach it. And then also, so I think that's probably the best way. And also just be cool. I think a lot of times I get tons of people that just say, hey, promote my stuff, and like just one sentence, and that goes in the trash, because it's just not worth my time. Yeah.
I think there's a wrong way and a right way of asking people, like there's some people just forget, it is a business, like you've got to do your thing. And of course, you can't help everyone in the world, I guess, but
for sure.
As much as we'd love to.
Yeah.
I'll go on to the next one. How to get targeted traffic and how to convert. Well, I think you pretty much just said that one. Yeah, we'll skip that. Can he share his method with us? You pretty much did. Yeah. I think if you really want to learn stuff like this, because I was going to tell you now, guys, that Robby does have a course, and it's called Commission Hero. You've probably heard of it. You might have even seen it floating around in groups and things like that, or online or anywhere. Robby, it does an excellent job at advertising, so you might have seen that through sponsored ads, and you may even got hit with retargeting. That retargeting game is on point. I'm seeing it; it's excellent. But I think the best thing to do is like check out the training that you do have. Like, I'll leave a link. You do have a webinar type thing where you teach a lot about this sort of stuff, and I've gone through it, and it is brilliant. And I'll leave a link for that. That way you can learn all the details and everything like that, because obviously you can't sort of share everything on this call right now. So it's just going to make more sense to go and have a look at that course and or that webinar, I should say, and get the training from there. These questions look like they're half sort of asked. How is he able to make a profit on a product that only brings him $10 in profit? Meaning he would have to spend at least $5 in acquiring a new customer to attain some sort of profit.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess I'm not sure exactly what that means, but
not 100%.
But here's what I do, and this is my rule of thumb: is that, let's say you're promoting an offer that is, most VSLs are going to be $37 on the front end price. So, so for me, as long as my cost to acquire a purchase is less than $37, I'm going to make money, right? So, because you got to factor in that if it's a good product, they probably have quite a bit of upsells. So the upsells are really where a lot of the profit is made. So, if you can go from a $37 cart value to 100 and something just because of the upsells. So so that's really how it works in terms of making profit. And that's why a lot of the profit margin when you is at 30-40%, because a lot of that comes from just the upsells. Yeah, as you start to scale up. Yeah.
Might just do one more, and because I know you do appreciate your time. So we got here. So what kind of like funnel do you have? Like, do you have like your when you're running these offers, do you have your pixel setup, retargeting, email lists? Do you have a team and all that sort of stuff? When you're running these type of ads, yourself, or what? So what's the system there?
Yeah, so I'm pretty much Han Solo. I definitely run most of my stuff myself. I don't, I have my agency that my team handles that side of things for clients, but for the affiliate side of things, it's just me. So I build my pages, I do everything. Now that I've obviously kind of got a little bit bigger, now I'm kind of having a team put in place, but it just, I mean, you don't need to have a team to be successful with this. Really you just need to just make it happen and just do it, and don't let that be an excuse to not do it. You can be very successful with just one person. And also the other thing that I think a lot of misconceptions people have is that you need to be running multiple offers to have massive success. That's not true at all. Because, for me, like just for example, I was promoting one weight loss offer in January, and that one was like, that accounted for, at least 90% of the revenue that I made in January. And it was just one offer, right? So, people don't realize how big Facebook is, and you can, I think we have like a limited mindset, right? Where it's just like, you don't realize like how big and how many people there are that can buy one product. You know what I mean? So, so that's what I would say for that. But yeah, you don't need a big team to be successful. You can just do it by yourself. Yeah.
Unreal. Yeah. So, just to sort of go back into that question, like, are you collecting emails as well, or how you just sending them straight to the offer off your landing page?
Yeah, good question. Yeah, so and this is something I get asked all the time is like, Robby, do you collect emails? The answer is no. For two reasons. First of all, the main reason is that anytime you collect someone's email on an ad, that's going to kill your day one revenue. It's just the way it is. You know, so that's the main thing. And the second thing is, like I said before, is I'm not good at email marketing. Like it's not my jam. Like it's another skill I have to learn. Like, you know, I'm a big believer that it's so much better to specialize in something and just go narrow and deep on it, than it is to be a jack of all trades. You know, it's kind of like you know, if you're a general practitioner doctor and you handle, you know, broken bones and colds and everything, like you get paid okay, but you know, a brain surgeon, they just work on brains and they get paid a lot more money, right? So, so just focusing on one thing and dialing on that. And those are the two reasons, you know, why I don't really focus on email. Yeah.
Oh, that's excellent. Yeah, because so guys, you just don't need to know everything. Like, I think that's what a lot of people come in here and they try and learn like everything with affiliate marketing. Same with, you know, like you could just focus on one social platform. If you I tell people with SEO stuff that I do, just focus on one, master it, sort of thing, get good at it. You know, if you want to branch out, do other stuff as well. But yeah, that's awesome. Like, yeah, it's interesting for me too, because I sort of thought maybe you're collecting emails and making more money in the back end later on down the track. But that's
yeah. I could at some point, but I haven't done that. No.
Yeah. Well, like you said, just focus on what you're good at and go from there.
Yeah, exactly.
Too easy. So I won't ask any more questions of the group. I think you've given tons of value just right now, especially for people that are, you know, wanting to dive into paid traffic and Facebook. It is very popular. I do see a lot of people, they're scared to jump on Facebook because they hear, you know, like Clickbank doesn't work, or this advertising network doesn't work and things like that, or they hate affiliates. But it's the way you go about it, and you've definitely the knack for, you know, doing that sort of stuff. So
yeah, I mean, here's the thing, Warren. Like, at the end of the day, like anytime someone says like Clickbank doesn't work, guess what? There's hundreds of people that are killing it, right? If someone says Facebook doesn't work, they're just saying it because it hasn't worked for them, right? Like, you know, the stat that I tell people too is that, you know, Clickbank affiliates each and every day make $444,913 a day, right? Affiliates are making that each and every day on Clickbank. So, so somehow it's working for people, right? So. You just got to figure out why it's not working for you. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, and that's a good chunk of money right there.
It is.
You know, man up and try and get you a piece of the pie.
Yeah, exactly.
Work it out.
Totally.
So, I sort of want to dive in a little bit about the training that you do. Like I said, I'll leave a link to your webinar that you teach. You've got heaps of value in there. Like, I was actually blown away with what you show in that webinar.
Yeah.
That is unreal. I did see some of your students that you've got, they're actually absolutely smashing it. Like, that's crazy. And so quickly too, like, and the numbers that they're doing, of course, like you said before, some of them are, you know, doing 30-40% profit sort of thing, but they're still making good money from, you know, what they're bringing home. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, we have some students, like, you know, obviously we have, you know, a couple different levels, right? I think the coolest thing for me, honestly, besides the students who are making thousands of dollars, whatever, it's always when that student gets their first sale. I think that when they get that first Clickbank sale, like, that's like the most exciting thing. I remember when I got my first Clickbank sale. So that's really cool. But yeah, we have a lot of students now that are, you know, I mean, they're 6 weeks into it, a month into it, and they're already making, you know, thousands of dollars a day. One of my students in 6 weeks had his first $10,000 a day in revenue. You know, so that's like $4,000 in profit for him for the day. You know, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, we've got students that are just doing really, really well. You know, we have a lot of students now that are really, really close to that $1,000 a day, but they're, you know, making $500, $600, $700 a day now. And these are people that, like, literally have never, they just learn to turn on the computer. Really, like it's pretty cool. And as long as they kind of follow the process and go through it, like they have success, and it's cool, and it's contagious too. I think success is contagious because we have like a private coaching group for the students, and so we have people in their daily posting like success, and it just makes everyone else more successful too. Yeah, so it's been well for me. I love it because like I said, I'm still a personal trainer at heart. So when my gym, I help people get in shape, and with my Commission Hero course, I help people get in shape financially. So yeah,
Love it.
yeah,
Yeah, that's awesome. No, that's really cool because like it's also really rewarding, like helping people and seeing them succeed too. Because like I've seen that, like you said, when you see people make their first sale and like they sort of they're so happy about it. Like they see now that it actually works, and like when I read stuff like that, especially when people post it in the group, it sort of gives you goosebumps, and you're like, that is just amazing. It's an awesome feeling. It's sometimes more rewarding than money. Like it's that thing that hits you in the heart sort of thing. You say, yes, that's what I'm here for.
Absolutely, that's true. Yep, that's good. But yeah, it's fun. I enjoy it. It's for me, I love to help people out, and it's like another thing everyone always asks me is like, Robby, like if you're making this much money, like why are you helping people out? Like why don't you just make money? And because I don't know, like I feel like at the end of the day, like for me, I think that if I have a skill or something that I can teach somebody that can help improve their lives, then I'd be selfish not to do that, right? So I think that's that's the other thing, and then I think that's important because like it'd be the same thing with the gym. Like if I got myself in shape, like that's the same thing. Like, oh, why don't I just work out myself and not help other people get in shape? Like that's just crazy. So so that's why we do it. Yeah.
That's a good way to put it, man. That's awesome. So yeah, like if you want to just talk a little bit more about your Commission Hero course, and then we'll wrap it up. Just tell the folks a little bit more about it, maybe. Gone over it a fair bit, but like if you've got something else to say, and we'll sort of go from there and wrap it up, and I'll let you get on with the rest of your day.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, so basically, Commission Hero is it's basically everything that I've done as far as like my method. And I talked about the 3-step method, and basically what I've done is I basically put it all together in just this nice package where basically I give you the coaching. So I give you the coaching, I give you the resources, I give you the support. I give you all the landing pages. I give you the ad copy, the ads. I mean, literally, I give you everything, right? Plus, we have a private Facebook group for coaching. We have over 600 people in the course so far, and it's only been 3 months. So it's growing and growing. It's my mission this year to help out over 2,000 people. And so that's one of my, I know I'm going to get there. I'm going to work really hard to get there to help people out. And so basically it's like taking everything I've done in the last 4.5 years to get to where I am, and just collapsing it and putting it into something that you can implement and have success in a matter of weeks or months. That's really what I've done. And we've proven it over and over again. We have, literally each and every day I have people posting in the group like, oh, I got my first sale, or I just made my first $100, or I made my first $1,000. Like, it's crazy. And so it's really, really cool. And that's basically what I've done. And so with Commission Hero, that's my mission, is just to help people kind of, get to the next level and have that success. Because, for me, like Facebook ads and affiliate marketing has literally changed my life and allowed me to do stuff that I could never have done without it. So I want to give back, and I want to help people have that success as well.
Love it, man. Love it. It's the same sort of mindset that I've got. Like I've been doing it for a fair while, since 2007 I sort of started, and I'm sort of doing it the slow way, I guess, with SEO. But it's a type of lifestyle where it's funny. Like I tell people what I do, and they're like, huh? So I think it's just easier. I just say, I just make websites. Try and explain it to them. It's like, no. But yeah, it's a type of lifestyle where you can just get up and do anything at any time of the day, and I get to spend. Like I'm a big family man. I don't know. Do you have kids or anything like that, Robby? Or
not that I know of.
Love it. I'm a big family man. I love spending time with my family and stuff like that, and that was a big motivator for me to make this sort of happen. Plus, I had a back injury years ago that sort of limits me from doing a lot of the hard yakka. But yeah, it's definitely a rewarding lifestyle, and hats off to you for doing what you're doing and succeeding the way you are. It's really good to see other people crushing it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's fun. I enjoy it. It's and like I said, at the end of the day, I just love to be able to help people out, and that's really what it comes down to. And that's why I keep pushing so hard to do it. And it's like, and I'm happy to put myself out there. And of course, there's plenty of haters and people, the naysayers and stuff, because you put yourself out there. But for me, if I can help one person out and help them have success, and I have to deal with that, like, I'm more than happy to, because I think that makes it all worth it. Yeah.
Definitely. No, that's excellent. All right, so wrap that up today. I think it's I really appreciate you coming on here and helping out everyone and answering those questions as well. I'm sure a lot of people are going to get tons of value out of this. And again, I'm going to put a link in around this video somewhere where you can find out more about Robby. And also, you're in the group now too, so you're going to hang around in the group, and
Sure.
hopefully, every now and then, maybe you could drop a comment or something like that. That'd be really cool. And yeah, just really appreciate you coming on, man. It's awesome.
Awesome, man. Yeah. Well, hey, thank you for the opportunity. It's super cool. I love talking with like-minded people. So it's great, man. Hopefully, if someone can get a nugget or two out of this interview, then that makes it all worth it. So that's awesome, man.
Exactly. That's why I love doing it. And yeah, like I said, you're a top bloke. So yeah, and what was I going to say? I just totally lost my train of thought, but as I always do. It's like, what, 1:30 in the morning now. So yeah, I'll wrap that up. I'll let you go and do your thing, and keep crushing it, man. Thank you so much for coming on again. Everyone, thank you so much for watching us, and hopefully this added some value into your day, and hope you get a lot out of it. Definitely check out those links, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.
Awesome. Thanks again.